Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. For those who don't know me, my name is Morgan, but you can call me Jaszmin. Hey, and welcome back to another video. Woo! So guys, in today's video, I know a lot of you guys have noticed I haven't really been active on either Instagram or on my YouTube channel or pretty much any social media. Basically, this video is gonna go ahead and explain like kind of where I've been and what's been going on and everything like that. So let's get started. All right guys, so what happened was I was kind of taking some time for myself to kind of chill and everything like that, just to refocus myself and make sure my goals were aligned the way that I really wanted them to be aligned. And what ended up happening was I actually got last week I got really sick. Well, let me go ahead and explain. So anyways, I believe it was last week Friday, the side of my neck started hurting, right? And I'm thinking that maybe it's a neck strain because me and my boyfriend Dion, we play rough, right? So I'm thinking it's just a neck strain and I'm not thinking too much of it. So by Saturday though, I'm starting to feel feverish and I'm just like, okay, so I'm getting fever, getting aches and chills and everything like that. So it is not good. And so Saturday, Dion wanted to go out with his friends and his other girl. So we wanted to kind of make it a group thing and he didn't want me to stay at home. So I ended up going with them and I wasn't feeling my best, but I ended up covering up. And while I was covered up, I was pretty much good to go, right? So, you know, I'm there at dinner and everything like that and I'm having chills and whatever and whatnot, right? But it's not as bad. Here comes Sunday though. Unfortunately on Sunday, it's when it gets worse. Now I'm getting a real fever and I'm getting really bad chills and aches and everything like that, right? And so I ended up having to go to the bathroom to kind of like, my throat wasn't feeling too well. So I was like, okay, let me just kind of look and see. So as I look inside my mouth, I see that it's inflamed, right? Like super duper inflamed. And on top of that, I have white specks in my mouth. I'm like, oh my gosh! It didn't be happening, like I don't know what's going on with me, right? So by Monday, I go to Kaiser. Well, let me back up. So by Monday, I call Kaiser and I want to do a phone appointment because I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm okay. Like I don't want to die or anything like that, right? So I'm talking to the doctor on the phone and she thinks that it's COVID-19. Based on the symptoms that I'm describing to her, because I'm having UTI symptoms as well as having other symptoms with my throat. And so I'm not really sure what's going on. She's like, it sounds like COVID and you might want to get tested. So I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out because I'm like, I haven't really been going anywhere. I've been in my house, you know what I mean? And kind of like been in my own group. And bad enough is like when I go out, I do not like being around people. You know what I mean? And that's just solely because of the fact that I have friends and family I want to take care of and I do not want them to get sick. And I don't want to be the reason that they get sick. So I'm taking care of them to make sure that they're okay. So anyways, you know, I ended up, you know, I thought it was urgent enough. So I ended up going to urgent care, Normandy North and Kaiser. That's where I always go. I went over there, went to the urgent care. They had me sitting there. I think I came in there. I was sitting for maybe, you know, when I walked in, I signed in. Then I was sitting for maybe like 15 minutes. They called me to take my vitals. And then after that, I was sitting there for about probably another 3 or 4 hours or so, waiting for a physician to actually see me. So finally a physician sees me. She looks, you know, inside my throat and I kind of describe my symptoms and she looks inside my throat and she's just like, oh, you have strep throat. And I'm like, strep throat? How the fuck do I get strep throat? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what? And she tells me that with strep throat, it's a very contagious, I want to say virus, right? Very contagious, right? And so what happens is if somebody else has strep throat and if they cough, sneeze, or anything like that, and their little droplets in the air happen to fall on me or anybody else, it's pretty much a good chance that you're gonna get strep throat. So that's pretty scary knowing that, you know what I mean, that I have strep throat. So I'm like, oh my gosh, right? And so what happens is doctor, you know, basically, you know, I'm asking her, I'm like, hey, you know, based on what you think it is, like, do I have COVID? You know what I mean? Because the other doctor I talked to on the phone, she thinks I do. So she said, no, I don't think you have COVID. I think you just have a strep throat and you have a UTI. Unfortunately, I can't test your strep throat because of what's going on with COVID. It's just too much going on. But what we can do is do a urinalysis, right? And with the urinalysis, we can go ahead and see whether or not you have a UTI. So I take the urinalysis, they go ahead, you know, basically I'm peeing in a cup and they're going ahead and I know I do. My boyfriend's texting me because I gotta go. We gotta go somewhere. And so basically, you know, I pee in the cup, and then while I'm peeing, and the doctor is like basically like, you know, here, we'll go ahead and test this for you, and we'll let you know, because I have the KP app on my phone, so they can just send me my results like that. So anyways, the first doctor, because I explained to her my symptoms too, she assumed that what I had with the second doctor, she kind of thought that was the case too, but she still thought I was mainly COVID. So what she had done was, the first doctor, she actually prescribed me antibiotics. To make sure that I get rid of the UTI and the strep throat at the same time. And so I ended up taking the you know, the medicine. So by like Monday and Tuesday, I'm feeling like shit, like literal shit. It's horrible. I'm feeling so bad, guys. You don't even understand how bad I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm having a bad fever. I'll have the fever, I'll break the fever, and I'll start sweating. And it'll be in the middle of the night that I'm sweating, so I'm getting so cold, and I'm so scared. I'm thinking that I'm gonna get pneumonia or something, you know? And so I'm like freaking out the whole time. And you know, my mom, she's taking care of me. Thank God for her. She's taking care of me, making sure that I'm fine and everything like that. But it's still, you know, it's a scary situation to kind of be in. And so I ended up dropping the fever. I couldn't eat for like, I honestly didn't have an appetite for like 3 or 4 days. So I actually did drop a couple pounds because I wasn't eating. I didn't start eating until probably like my 4th or 5th day of taking my antibiotics. That's when I actually started to get an appetite and really want to eat again and be like, okay, everything's good to go. So yeah, this is still a part of the week. You know, this is all happened a couple days ago, so this is still a part of the week. I'm still getting better. As of today, I feel great. My tonsils are back to normal. I haven't looked. So they're back to normal, and I'm pretty much good to go, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much where I've been. And I'm so glad you know what I mean, I'm really glad and thank God I didn't have COVID, because that's really scary. You guys, you have to realize that it's really dangerous out here. These viruses and stuff, they're really dangerous. And honestly, I was already careful, but when I got sick like this, it made me even more careful because of the fact that they thought I had COVID. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm like, damn, if I get sick like this from a strep throat and a UTI, imagine what it would be like if I had COVID. Like, I would be really, really sick, and I wouldn't be able to be there for my friends and family. So that kind of just made me really sad throughout the process. But I had to realize, like, I have to be happy. You know what I mean? I had love and family, like all my friends and family. They were, you know, my boyfriend, my sister, and my main family. They were, you know, the people I'm really close with. They're checking up on me every day, making sure I'm good. My dad went grocery shopping for me and brought it to my house. I was so happy. So everything great happened. I just thank God that I'm feeling better, and that I'm just able to take the steps to make sure that it never happens to me again. So with that being said, guys, like, please take care of yourselves. Don't do, you know, I know things happen, crazy things happen, but please take care of yourself when you guys can, and take the time to do, like, take a time for you. You really need that time just to make sure you're good to go. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much just a really quick life update. I'm getting ready to start making videos full time. I have a whole lot of stuff for you guys coming up. It's so crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna tell you guys what's coming up, but I got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm super excited to show you guys. And I hope you guys see my wig. I did my wig. Looks good. I actually have a video of how I did that, and I did my eyebrows and my eyelashes, my eyebrows for the first time. So I'm super excited that they came out great. Yeah, and I don't have any makeup on, but I do have my eyelashes and the lipstick, and you know, I do have makeup on my eyebrows, but that's about it. So yeah, guys, yeah, that's pretty much me, you know, my life and everything like that. If you guys, like I said, if you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and share it with your friends. Leave a comment down below, and go ahead and like it too. You know what I mean? I'm always here, guys. Whatever you guys want to see, I'm here. I'll show you. Woo woo! Anyways, guys, well, you take care. Stay safe, and you guys will be hearing from me soon. Bye. Whoa. I know that you're drunk. Yeah. Tell me what you